What it is, what it be, and what it do. It's your boy Baby Serby back again with yet another video, and today I'm going to be talking about the weapons from each COD game that I've played that I would love to see added in to COD Mobile. That being said, just remember that none of these are in order, and I've only played a few of the COD games, not all of them. I would have loved to, but I wasn't really old enough to play from the original Call of Duty. I was old enough to play, well, I was like old enough to hold a controller when Modern Warfare came out and Black Ops 1 came out. So yeah, that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this video. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what guns you would love to see added to COD Mobile. That being said, let's go ahead and get right into this. Starting off, we've got Modern Warfare and the G3. The G3, in my opinion, was a really cool gun in Modern Warfare. I liked it. I liked the recoil control. I liked the damage on it. It was good for little child me to use. A lot of people will probably say something else, like maybe the ACR or the Command. Oh wait, no, the Commando was in Black Ops 1. Anyways, move on to, speaking of Black Ops 1, let's move on to Black Ops 1. The G11. The G11 was really fun to use, in my opinion. It was kind of the gun you wanted to use when you wanted to have fun. Not when you wanted to be a sweat. Like, if you wanted to be a sweat, you used the FAMAS, you used the Commando, you used, some other gun besides the G11. The G11, you had to hit headshots. But the thing about the G11, it essentially had no recoil, and it was a 3-round burst weapon, and if you could control the burst fire, you could essentially turn it fully automatic. If you timed your trigger pull, it would essentially be automatic. It also had its own custom scope with this weird circle with a triangle in it. It was really cool, and I feel like it should have its own, it should have the scope already attached to it, but you can take it off if you if you want, you can switch to iron sights. That being said, I also feel like the AGR 556, which seems to be based off of the AUG A3 or the AUG A3, which has its own scope. It looks like it's supposed to be the AUG A3 para, but when you put the 30 or 60 round 556 attachment, it's just the AUG A3. That being said, next up, I went on a little bit of a rant there. Next up, Modern Warfare 2. You know what I'm going to say. The intervention. The intervention was essentially the main gun. It was good. It was great even. People would always go for trick shots with it. You would always see it in these MLG memes because, people would always say they were in, MLG, but not a lot of them were because MLG wasn't as big as it is now. So, yeah, Modern Warfare 2, the intervention added to the game, god damn it. But Serby, they already got the DLQ-33 and it sounds like the intervention. But it's not the intervention. The intervention had a much better fire rate, a much better scoping speed. It was better than the DLQ-33, and it still is better than the DLQ-33. DLQ-33 hasn't been added, wasn't in any of the other COD games. It's pretty much the only original gun that COD Mobile has to it. That being said, Black Ops 2, M8A7, or I think it's M2A7, AA7. I could be completely wrong. I don't know all the guns. The M8A7 was the sweat weapon. The weapon that you'd always be called a sweat for using, even if you were going double negative in the game. It was funny as hell to use. It wasn't as broken as the FAL. The FAL was so goddamn broken that it got removed from competitive play, even after they nerfed it. So imagine being a weapon that's so broken that even after you get nerfed, you get banned from competitive play. Next up, we have Modern Warfare 3, the the L86 LSW. The L86 LSW was the best LMG in Modern Warfare 3. It was literally the only LMG that was actually somewhat usable. And it was a lot of fun to use. Next up, Advanced Warfare, the Type 2. Now we already have the Type 25, but I want the Type 2. The Type 2 was an assault rifle that split into 2 machine gun pistols. It was awesome. In almost everyone's opinion, it was awesome. Could you, like, every time I used it, I would always just sit there, split the gun, unsplit the gun, split the gun, unsplit the gun. It was awesome. It was great because it was, you'd probably see it a lot in multiplayer, in my opinion. Because it's like the best of both worlds. You know, you got these dual pistols for close range, and you've got the assault rifle mode for long range or mid range, whatever. Next up, Infinite Warfare. I just said Advanced Warfare last time. Infinite Warfare. Oh god. Infinite Warfare, the MORS. The MORS was a sniper rifle that only had 1 bullet in the chamber. It was the best sniper rifle in my opinion. It wasn't really the best for going for feeds with or clipping with, but if you were like me back in the day, you didn't really care. It had its own custom scope that was just a straight T, and it didn't really have that much zoom, but in my opinion, it was awesome. I want to see it added to COD Mobile. I want it to be the only sniper rifle in BR that can one shot to the chest up to 125 meters. And the reason it's so specific with 125 meters, or maybe even 150 meters, I don't want it to be like, completely broken to the point where, COD just nerfs it to the ground. I just want it to, essentially just be good, but not too good. That being said, Black Ops 3, the Vesper. The Vesper was the submachine gun that every 30-year-old virgin and their mom would use. Okay? It was annoying to go up against, but it was also really fun to use, especially in zombies. Black Ops 3 zombies, everyone says it was the best zombies, but in my opinion, I liked Black Ops 4 zombies a little bit better. Black Ops 3 had a storyline. Meanwhile, Black Ops 4 kind of had an iffy storyline. It's kind of where the 115 storyline was supposed to end, but everyone says it ended with Black Ops 3. That being said, next up, Call of Duty Ghost. Now, not a lot of people liked Call of Duty Ghost because, they were experimenting, but it was still really, really cool. I liked the game a lot when I played it. But that being said, the gun that I would love to see added from there is the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger was the best assault rifle in the game. Essentially almost the best gun in the game. Probably was. It had a built-in suppressor. The closest thing that I've ever seen to the Honey Badger in COD Mobile was the M4 and the CQB skin. That's the closest thing I've ever seen to the Honey Badger, because when you put the monolithic suppressor on it, it kind of looks like the Honey Badger from Ghost. I almost said Black Ops Ghost. I don't know why. That being said, next up, Black Ops 4. Jesus Christ. Black Ops 4, the Maddox. The Maddox was an assault rifle in Black Ops 4 that had an operator mod that essentially was double tap in multiplayer. Every second round would shoot twice. At first, I thought Echo Fire would make it so that way your screen shakes or something like that. I thought it was like the earthquake. But yeah, it was really cool. I'd love to see it added to COD Mobile. God, my brain's going out. Next up, let's hurry up this video before my brain frizzles. Next up, Modern Warfare 2019, the FAL. The FAL, in my opinion, is the best assault rifle in Modern Warfare 2019. It's a semi-automatic rifle that's like basically always a one-shot headshot or a two-shot to the chest. And if you had a good trigger finger, it was essentially full auto. Yes, it had the burst mod or the burst perk that turned it into a burst weapon, but no one really used that because it also cut the damage and it would never be a one burst kill. Now let's go on to the honorable mentions. First up, we have the Spitfire from Black Ops 4. The Spitfire had an operator mod called Wildfire, and it essentially made it a bullet hose. It was only good for close range, never for mid range. The recoil was too crazy, and the strafing speed would get nerfed as well. Next up, the Titan. The Titan was the LMG that could just shoot through the entire map. It had a slow fire rate. And if you want to know how slow, put down the shield turret in COD Mobile, shoot it, and that was the Titan's fire rate. It also pretty much had the same damage as the shield turret in my opinion. It would probably like kill in 2 to 3 shots, and the slow fire rate and slow movement speed was kind of what balanced it out. That being said, next up, Black Ops 4, the SOG 9mm. The SOG 9mm had the Akimbo operator mod. It was fun and it was cool. The fire rate was great, and yeah, it was just good. Next up, Black Ops 2, the Scar Hammer. The Scar Hammer was the Virgin's gun. It was only a Virgin gun if you put the target finder on it and just sat in the back of the map like a little bitch. My opinion, awesome LMG. I feel like it would be up there with the Holger, and I feel like the L86 would just fall like just a little bit behind, but it would also still be really, really good. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you want to help me out, I will leave my PayPal link down below. If you want to donate or just support the channel. If you want to support the channel, you can either donate or subscribe and leave a like and comment down below. That being said, this has been your boy Baby Serby, and just to let you guys know, I will be streaming on Trovo. That link will be down in the description as well, but I will be streaming on Trovo every Saturday. So if you want to catch me on a live stream or play some games with me, that's where I'll be. That being said, this has been your boy Baby Serby, and I am out. Peace.